Take It Slow Homestead. I'm Carol, and today I'm going to be harvesting some garlic scapes. I've seen other homesteaders, one in particular, Kara from Bluebird Homestead. She harvested her scapes recently. She dehydrated them and then ground them up and made really small, like flakes with them. They weren't a powder, but she got quite a bit from her scapes. And I thought, oh, I need to do that. Well, my scapes started out being really curly, and I think I've got a picture I can show you how interesting and beautiful they were. And then after several more days, they straightened right up, and I thought, oh, I think I probably need to be doing something with these. And today when I passed by, I noticed that some of them are beginning to open, and they're little tiny garlic pieces that are inside, like baby cloves. They are evident. They're showing. And so I thought, well, maybe the stems are past due. Maybe they're too old to dehydrate and grind up. But I think I'm going to try it anyway. Later on today I'll be in town and I'm going to buy me a dehydrator because I don't even have one. I think I used to, and I probably gave it away because I wasn't using it. So now I'm going to be using it more and be more conscientious in the preserving of certain things in my garden. One of them being the garlic scapes. Now they say that they are a little more mild than garlic, but they taste like garlic, of course, but a little more mild than the actual garlic bulbs. So I got my scissors and I've got a big pan because these guys are tall. I think I'm going to cut them in half, put them in my pan. I'll let you go along with me as I do that. See that? It's starting to break open. There they are. Quite a few, but that's not all. Someone once told us that if we put garlic around our fruit trees, it will help keep bugs away. So we did a long time ago, and we're still getting garlic coming up every year. So I'm going to harvest these scapes also. They're skinnier, however. Here's one of these from around the tree, and here's a stalk from the ones that I just harvested out of my raised bed. So yeah, there's a little difference in that. Okay, there they are. Now, there are a couple other tall things in my raised bed with flowers on them, and I'll show you what that is. You may have noticed this when I was picking the garlic, and this is an onion that is going to seed. And here's a couple more down at this end of the raised bed. There's that one. And there's that one. And there's my little scarecrow. I have one at each end of the garden to keep the crows away, right? Or maybe attract them. And then over here is a volunteer carrot. You can see down here at the bottom the carrot leaves. And it's forming flower heads. There's 1, 2, 3, and this big one, 4. And that one around there, 5. There's one down there, 6. So I'm hoping that these have time, and I think they do, to form their seeds, and then I will save these seeds to plant next year. This is Scarlet Nandies, and I think I mentioned before that hopefully we'll get the same thing because they're awesome. While I'm right here, I just have to show you my hollyhock. It's about, let's see, I would say 6 feet tall. I have never had a hollyhock this tall, especially this one. My son said its roots must have found the water that comes out of the hydrant when we turn it off. You know, the hydrant will drain out. So, whatever it found, it is the most beautiful hollyhock I have ever seen. And here is my cattle panel arch where I have my grapes growing up it. I've never done that before. It's an experiment this year. You can see some hollyhocks through that. They're over along the fence. But I thought the other day, wow, I need someone who is getting married to come and take pictures in front of this arch. I have this thing right here in the way. It's for the watering system. Somehow there's got to be a way for somebody to stand under there with their fiance and get their picture taken. I don't know how it's gonna work. Come back over here, maybe like that. Anyway, just had to show you those beautiful hollyhocks. I had them in a previous video also, just a couple. But man, look at that. Those blooms, you just can't get enough of them. Wow. Before we take these in the house, I'd like to show you the progress of the grocery row garden. First of all, here's the cabbage area. That one is doing amazing. That's the other one I planted at the same time. And just yesterday I came out and planted 4 more cabbage starts. And then there are some marigolds growing around it here and there. There's one that's trying to bloom, the little yellow ones. And then I planted a green pepper plant right here, green bell pepper. Here's the tomato plant. on this end. If you can remember, it got sunburned at first, but it has overcome that. It's doing well. And then there are more marigolds around it. Here is the raspberry plant, raspberry bush. There's still one leaf there at the bottom that looks like it may have had a little sunburn. Might have to pick that off, but the rest of the plant is looking great. This is where I scattered some zinnia seeds, and boy, did they germinate. I have no idea what colors they will be. Just a mixture from the zinnias I had last year. And then here is the Brussels sprout patch. That one right there is doing very well. And I planted this one at the same time. I just picked off a leaf that didn't look too good, so it's having a hard time. Yesterday I planted 4 more from my starts. There's that one, that one over there, and the one tiny one behind the big one over there. The next area is the carrots, and they are finally starting to germinate. They like to take their time. They like to take it slow, right? So, a little carrot patch. Then, here's the peach tree, looking really pretty. It's a semi-dwarf Reliance. Here's another patch of zinnias. Not quite as thick as the previous patch, but they're giants, so I'm sure that there's plenty there. Here's the other tomato plant, and it is doing well. It looks like there's a dried up leaf right there or something. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I think it's a dried up tomato leaf. It's probably one that I pruned off yesterday when I was working out here, and I just dropped it and it landed on the plant. And then there's more marigolds all around the tomato. The next thing is the black raspberry. It's a thornless black raspberry. And the interesting thing about this is it doesn't look like it's grown hardly at all since I planted it. But it's alive, and I'm just assuming that its roots are trying really hard to get established. One of these days I'm going to be saying, I have too many blackberry plants. But today I'm saying, will you please grow? Inside of these 4 milk jugs are celery starts. Let's see if I can show you a sneak preview of that. There's a leaf, see that? So, hopefully we'll have 4 plants, 4 nice plants of celery right there. And then over here is a big hole in the ground because we have a pocket gopher or something that my son is busily trying to capture. He's actually captured a few already. We don't want him in the garden or around our trees. See, here's the apple tree. So this is the cauliflower area, and here's one of the first ones I planted. I planted 4. That one, that one, that one, yeah, right there, and this one. And they are taking their time too. That's okay. I planted 2 more yesterday. That one, and let's see, 1, 2, oh, there it is. On the other side of that marigold, right there. So those are all cauliflower. Have to watch where I'm walking. There's another hole. Yeah, that stick is not supposed to be in there. That's for catching the critters. So then, here's the apple tree on this end. And way down there is the apple tree on that end. The one that I just harvested garlic scapes from. Garlic scapes. Can you say that fast 10 times? I don't know. The orchard is looking good. This orchard belongs to my son and his family, and he keeps it well trimmed and well mowed. Besides doing a garlic video today, I'm going to just do a garden tour. Here are the peas. I just picked some more this morning. I think it's been my best pea harvest up to date. There's a row of onions right here. These were the ones left over after I planted them in my raised bed. This is the potato patch, which is doing really well. I hope that the potatoes that are growing underneath are going to be just as productive as the leaves that are growing on top of the ground. Yeah, because they're pretty big and bushy, but it'll be a while before it's ready for harvest. And right next to the potatoes, which is kind of hard to see because, sorry, I need to weed it, but it's the corn. If I get down like this, you'll see more corn less weeds. Oh. But it's doing well, weeds and all. Then I have a row of crookneck squash, and I have some broccoli right here. So we came out the other day. I'm just going to pull some weeds while we're talking. Came out the other day and there were little teeny tiny black flies on the broccoli leaves. So that's not good. There. How's that? Better? Yep. I do have a weeding project. You know, those came out pretty fast. I need to get out here. So it's doing well. This one is even bigger. Doing well. This one, number 3. This one's doing great. 4, and this one was totally eaten. I came out this morning and picked off most of the leaves that were pretty much gone. So we'll see what happens with that one. The rest are doing well. Remember all of the little weeds that were around this water, that were in amongst the carrots, and then I have this circle of lilliput zinnias all the way around this circle. Yep. Well, this I decided was my weed challenge of 2022. Remember, I had one last year and the weeds were huge over by where my peas are planted now. Well, these weeds are tiny, but man, there's so many, and they're not as easy as I thought they were to pull. I thought they were one of those easy weeds, but you have to kind of get under the neck of them before they'll actually let loose and come out. So this area right here, which is supposed to be all carrots, you can see carrots are coming through, they're getting bigger. But yeah, see what's down inside there? Those weeds right there. They're a succulent, and I can feel the dew on them. Things are kind of wettish. So I need to come out here, but you know what? That over there took me so long to do, to pick out those teeny weeds, save whatever carrots I could, that I just am putting this off. Got some grasses here too. The grasses, they're not bad. They come out pretty well. But these things. Yeah, that's the weed challenge for this year. Weed challenge 22. All around my garden I've got the onions around the perimeter. I thought they might keep the deer out. So far, knock on wood, I have not had any of those critters in my garden since I've been doing this for the last 3 years. So right here inside of the onions right here, you can see I have beans. And I have 3 kinds. I have regular bush beans, Blue Lake I think, and then over here around this water sprayer, I don't know why I call it water, these are yellow wax beans. And as I said before, the guys at, look at that big weed, the guys at Deep South Homestead, Wanda and Danny, they planted some yellow wax beans, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do that. So I did. And then the ones along here are just another variety of green beans, stringless green beans. Hopefully they're all stringless. Then I've got some garlic along here, a row. Have a row here, and on the edge I have a row. So there's the raised bed. The raised bed, the Twix garden. Remember, it's called the Twix garden because it's between the 2 raised beds. More onions, the peas, the asparagus, the grocery row. You thought that was it, but it's not. I'm really happy that the strawberries I planted this year are growing, so that's nice. Maybe I'll make a strawberry pie or something. Wow, look at that weed. You know, that's what you have to do is when you see them, get them. I don't always do that, but I'm trying. Okay, this is the Big Dreams garden, if you all remember. Now, on that trellis last year I had green beans, pole beans, and they were amazing, and they were so fun to pick. On this side now here I've planted some blue morning glory flowers, which are one of my very favorites. And on this side, yeah, I planted the same, but guess what? There's like 3 coming up. I need to replant. Yesterday I just put some thyme in here. Those over there are Hubbard squash. All down along here are tomatoes in the Big Dreams garden. So there's 11 plus that pot that I just planted yesterday, because I still have a few tomato starts left, so I'm trying to put them here and there. And there's those. This is your elite tomato cage. It is 5 feet tall and strong. It's never going to fall apart. Put a tomato in there. Put another one in this pot, so I have 2 in pots. And these back here. And that one, and guess what? I don't think that one's going to make it. Yeah, we'll see if it sends up another shoot or not. All along this fence, not all along, but right till about there, I planted more blue morning glories. I have more seeds, I need to plant them. But look at this blue beauty. bachelor's buttons. So pretty. I know, I just love blue. Blue flax that is pretty much done. There's a few left. A few. Got a gaillardia in here. I'm not going to let it stay very long. Same with this one, because they will take over the whole thing. They're so pretty. A friend of mine called them, let me hold that still, peach flowers, because when you cut open a peach, it kind of looks like those same colors. Alright. Now, you thought that was all. There's more. If any of you saw my first few videos, you know that this area right here is a project. And it's been worked on lately because of my grandson helping me. There used to be red hot pokers and irises right here, which he has transplanted to another location so that we can finish working on this project. Here's another little garden. And since I have planted green peppers here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, yep. And some marigolds. I'm going to call this the pepper garden. So, there you go. The pepper garden. Okay, you thought that was all. It is. Here's the rest of my starts that I still need to plant. I have 4 tomatoes, counting this tiny one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have 18 broccolis. Let's look and see where those irises and red hot pokers got transplanted to. Hello, chicken. Right here. We actually remodeled this end of this flower bed. It wasn't even a flower bed, it was grass. And the curbing pieces went kind of around that tree. I don't know if I can show you. There's my finger. So it went like from here around to there. And then this was all grass. So my grandson transplanted all along the back here red hot pokers. Of course, we trimmed them all down really well to that point, and then filled in all the rest right here with irises. Clear to there. Look at you. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. So on with the tour. There's more irises that were transplanted. There, there, there. Those red hot pokers were transplanted last week or two. There's some irises back there. Irises there. Red hot pokers along the fence. Hello, Mr. Peacock. What's up? Good morning, you beautiful bird. What's up, Mr. Rooster? Hey, are you guys thirsty? No? You need a drink? There you go. There you go. I didn't know you have to stand up there to drink. I thought you could just reach over. Yes, you can. You don't have to stand up there. Oh, well, whatever. Whatever way you want to get your drinks. Oh, there's Fluffy.
Hey, Fluffy. Oh, pretty bird. Don't know if it's a boy or girl. Hope it's a girl.
Thanks for joining me as we had a garden tour. And I will let you know what I do with those garlic scapes. Bet you can't say it fast 10 times. But anyway, it's been a beautiful morning. I'm glad I was able to come outside and do these things and walk around and just kind of check and see how everything was doing in the garden. Thanks for going with me, and remember that even when you take it slow, you can accomplish a lot. Thanks for watching.